Sweet Baby is a dev pub company that goes to dev teams and makes sure it has friendly, open-minded, and more diversity in their games. Just so happens that their most recent said all games all bomb. Right-wingers think they bomb because Sweet Baby is a woke liberal agenda company burning games. This is all you need to watch on the Sweet Baby Inc. thing. It's gamers doing Gamergate shit to get mad at diversity in games. This time, Asman is headlining the charge. The woke consulting firm that ruined all these games. If Samus was revealed today as a woman, they would have called it forced diversity. I don't understand. This whole Sweet Baby thing started as a schizophrenic thing on 4chan. Asman is giving you so much fuel by talking about it. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Do I want to cover this? I don't know what the fuck is happening. Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what some gamers think it does. No one company isn't forcing diversity on your all favorite games. Sweet Baby Inc. is the largest narrative design company in the games industry, nor is it solely responsible for the characters and stories of recent high profile releases like Alan Wake 2, God of War Ragnarok, Suicide Squad, Justice League. But good luck telling some gamers that. Late last month, one of the company's consultants discovered a Steam group dedicated to detecting games that Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on. The purpose? To encourage people to avoid those games because the group had deemed SBI was pushing a woke agenda by working towards greater diversity, equity, and inclusion. The Steam group has more than... Wait, do they not like Alan Wake 2? The Steam group now has more than 100,000 followers in its own Discord that boasts nearly 2,000 members. But this ire against Sweet Baby Inc. and DEI initiatives in general isn't new. October 2023 Keyboard post shares similar sentiments stating that the company's involvement in Remedy's award-winning 2023 action game Alan Wake 2, possibly one of the biggest scandals in gaming history. Wait, they're mad at Alan Wake 2? Alan Wake 2 was awesome. What kind of brain aids these dumbasses have? They just like hate. Wait, why do they hate it? Black woman detective main character. That's why? This is literally a meme. Oh my God, they still are doing the meme. They're literally like, black woman. Oh, this game sucks. That's it? That's actually what's going on? Yo, wait, I thought gamers liked Alan Wake 2. What the fuck? It's like a good game. Excuse me? Listen, in order to successfully launder the narrative that video games are too woke, you have to get mad at like games and then slap them with the woke sticker, not like a good game and get mad at it, because then people are gonna be like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're gonna come across like an idiot. My point always, when it comes to art or when it comes to movies, when it comes to television, when it comes to video games is make good games. Make good movies, make good games. I do not give a about anything else. If you got a diverse set of characters, wallet bangs, awesome. Avatar, not the Netflix adaptation, but the original Avatar is a perfect example of this. You will never find, nowadays, if it came out now, you'd have these brain dead loser psychopaths probably fuming about how the Avatar is because it's woke. They got a bald child. Oh my God, they're doing cancer visibility or whatever the but when it came out, it was a perfect example. It's woke. It's got great politics overall, teaching you not to be a fucking asshole, and simultaneously it bangs. The thing is, a lot of this like liberal DEI it usually is just marketing. I don't know who the they're marketing for, but it's just like you're angry at the wrong thing. It's like a fraction of the budget. That's it. And sometimes it leads to positive results, but it's not the focus on like making sure that there is trans visibility in a video game that makes the video game bad. The Yakuza franchise is a perfect example of this. One Piece is another great example of this. These are two different franchises with profoundly woke politics that are just bangers. They're fun. They're compelling. They're so great. People think they're right-wing, okay? Right-wingers love talking about how right-wing these franchises will be, right? The conversation around Sweet Baby Inc. has ignited a fundamentally misinformed Gamergate-esque firestorm. Its employees have faced rampant harassment as a direct result. Industry figures have had to deny allegations that SBI comes in and completely changes their games. I spoke with several employees of Sweet Baby Inc. to learn what the company actually does, and the misunderstanding of its role in the industry highlights a far broader problem. The games industry has had its fair share of struggles lately, for massive layoffs and wildly expensive games like Suicide Squad falling short of expectations. According to its loudest members of the Sweet Baby Inc. detected Discord, the company is directly responsible for those failures, not the studios that employ them in the first place, because of the content Sweet Baby allegedly forces in the games. Dude, I swear to God, gamers, just like many other people, will literally see capitalism take out its cock and slap them in the face and go, you know what this is? It must be black people or trans people doing this to me. You could have like the Monopoly man come out and be like, I'm doing this. Put the monocle on, okay, and be like, I'm doing this. I'm ruining your favorite activity for money because you're stupid, and I will make more money. That's why I'm going to keep juggling IP over and over again. Oh, you want more loot boxes? Well, guess what? Our profit margins are looking better than ever. That's why we're going to keep doing mergers and acquisitions, baby. Nothing for the art itself. Money. I'm doing it for money. I love capitalism. And they'll look at that and they'll go, gay people did this. I'm so mad at gay people. I'm so mad at the gay people that did this to me and my video games. Meanwhile, the executives literally are like, ha ha ha, we're making more money than ever. What a wonderful day today. I will ruin another franchise, another beloved franchise I will recycle the IP on. And these idiots will go and play it. Meanwhile, you got Helldivers. Everybody loves it. Literally the wokest the actual wokest devs out there. But when it's woke, they go, actually, these guys love fascism. It doesn't make any sense. We are getting progressively dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber, okay? That's what it is. I honestly think like maybe some of the dumbass will like understand that their politics are not being represented by these like video game creators that they love, like Hideo Kojima being a great example of this as well, right? But they won't. They just shut off their eyes and close their ears and go la 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 la, never mind, this guy's actually secretly a right-winger, and they move on. The year is 2016. Gamergate is ravaging online discourse. Donald Trump is about to get elected president. The year is 2024. Yep. So what the this Sweet Baby game does anyway? What do they do? Even games that are widely considered to be successes are not safe in these conspiracy theories. Alan Wake game director Kyle Rowley took to Twitter to dispel rumors that Sweet Baby was the reason protagonist Saga Anderson was black, a rumor first traced back to the aforementioned October 2023 Kiwi Farm post. I love that this is like a forum with like some of the most mentally ill people get to genuinely dictate conversations now. Like it is the worst thing you can do. It absolutely is not true, but Rowley's concise statement and similar ones made by other industry members have not silenced the conspiracy theories. This is the other thing that I see so frequently, which is that there is no charitability for the devs at all, where we basically look at, nowadays, we look at misinformation that aligns with our agenda and we go, that's the truth. And then what do? We go out and we harass the devs. Okay, the devs come back and say, I literally made this game. You are wrong. So in that situation, you're supposed to go, you know what? I'm going to take a step back. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe, although I have these biases, right? Although I have these biases personally, perhaps I was misled into believing that things were the way they are by these forums and by people championing the misinformation in the forums. Nope, nobody does that. Everybody just goes, I'm right. The dev is wrong. He's lying to me. You're also gay. You're a gay black woman, actually, I've decided. And that's a bad thing, I've also decided. I'm doubling down. What the what are you doing? What happened to truth? What happened to like actually arriving at a conclusion after finding out more information? We've lost it. There's nothing. On March 5th, I managed to spend an hour or so in the Sweet Baby Inc. detective Discord before I was booted from the space, likely because I identify myself as a Kotaku journalist. In it, members shared posts referencing feminist frequency founder Anita Sarkeesian. They're still crying about Anita Sarkeesian, bro. Let it go. It is 2024. Why does this woman occupy so much space in your mind, your soul, your heart? What is going on? That's some real freak shit, bro. It's been decades. Most people don't even know who the fuck she is. That's crazy. Dude, that is the most like 48 years old post I've ever heard. If you're in a Discord server posting Anita Sarkeesian takes, you're 48 years old. You are now the official dad on 4chan. You were 38 when Gamergate happened, and you never let it go. That's crazy. Let it go. Anita Sarkeesian did not play a role in the gaming industry at all, no matter how hard you try to justify it. The entire narrative of like SJWs and woke culture is ruined this or ruined that is really silly. You greatly overemphasize the impact that these people have ever had. It is simply just a marketing tool, and you're dumb enough to think marketing is everything. But of course you are, because you're dumb. And I am too. I understand. You're dumb and you're angry and you're loud and you think you're right. And there's a lot of other dumb in the same Discord groups alongside you that are going, no, you are right. It's society that's wrong. That's it. Marcus Aurelius quotes pictures idealized female bodies in games. One image shows several pictures of protagonist Eve from Korean developer Shift Up's upcoming action game Stellar Blade, juxtaposed against female characters from Overwatch, Forspoken, Life is Strange. Oh, I can't jerk off to Life is Strange. Life is over. I'm going to kill myself. That's great, man. That's a great take. If that's your worldview, holy dude. Embrace tradition, reject modernity is emblazoned on the collage. You are not even a real fascist. You are talking about masturbating to video game characters. okay? You would be euthanized in Nazi Germany for your moral degeneracy. Please. Why are these people talking about how they need to masturbate to video game characters? Oh my God. What is going on? Reject modernity, embrace tradition. You're talking about masturbating to Korean women that are pixelated. What the fuck? What tradition? I'm embracing tradition by dropping sweet loads to this Korean pixelated lady as opposed to the butch one in the American video game. I hate it. Almost 2,000 members. There are already a bunch of infiltrated people here screenshotting everything sadly. So just keep it cool, brothers. We can't let the server or the Steam group get taken down. We're doing a holy jihad against woke. That's all I ask. Keep it cool. Read a post from March 4th, which was shared again on March 5th. Several people in the Discord expressed concerns about glowies, a term coined by members of the far right for those of suspected of being federal law enforcement. Yeah, dude, we got the FBI in my masturbation Discord server. You know what I mean? They're in here, guys. I swear there's HasanAbi heads at Kotaku. I think so, but it doesn't matter. This is still ridiculous, and people should make fun of this. I think that the greatest way to deal with servers and stuff like this and attitudes and behavior like this is to make fun of it. Because if you take it seriously and like actually get mad and talk about like how scary it is, right? You're kind of giving in to what they want. They want these pasty little dipshits want you to be afraid of them. They want that. They get off on that. They're like, ooh, yeah, we got a journalist scared for their life. It's like, no, dude, you're a loser. You're a loser and your opinions are so stupid. But you're surrounded by other losers with dumb opinions. So you guys get off on this. But you can change that. You can change that. I promise. And if you're like one of the younger people in these Discord servers and you see someone talk about Anita Sarkeesian, get out. You don't know who that is? Get out. You're talking to a 40-year-old man who's grooming you, okay? You are getting groomed by the most sexless 40-year-old man on the planet. Please save yourself. You do not want to be like him. That dude has an entire crust, an outer shell of Cheeto dust from Cheeto that is no longer being released, okay? This man, if you carbon dated his Cheeto crust, you would find Cheetos from 1997 that are no longer released. It's for like a special edition Cheeto that came out with a movie or some shit, okay? 1997 is the last year that Cheeto ever existed, and that motherfucker has it on his skin. You do not want that. You don't want that life. Get out. Two members that spoke to me via Discord DM shared similar sentiments about why they believe the Steam page and subsequent Discord are important, because they think they are engaging in what is a holy war. That's what's so funny. It's always the same with extremely online people. Liberals, rad libs, leftists, right wingers, Nazis. It doesn't matter. If you are permanently online, you get into a circle and you jerk each other off, okay? And you think you are doing accountability. You are not. Something that everyone needs to understand. This is exactly the same principle behind why like SJWs were perceived as really annoying by normal people in general. This is the exact same. If you're getting into a Discord server and you're losing your mind over a video game and you're suspecting that the video game is like secretly putting black women in it or whatever because of another company, you've gone too far. Take a step back, take a breather, bail out. I promise you is bad for you. They can identify games that were developed with support from Sweet Baby Inc. and make an informed decision when purchasing them. God forbid, bro. God forbid. Guys, I bought a video game the other day and then I found out there's a black woman in it. And then I found out, oh God, Sweet Baby Inc. was responsible for it. Pronouns! California Oh, look, a 31-year-old member of the Discord told me this is the youngest guy they have in the Discord, okay? Sweet Baby Inc. is a symptom of their other ideological worldviews that I believe have taken hold of the Western world, media, and gaming as a whole, a 31-year-old member of the Discord told me. He also insisted without providing evidence that Sweet Baby Inc. adds race and identity group quotas to everything they're involved in. Sweet Baby Inc. is enforcing diversity. It's happening naturally. Though these kinds of social media posts argue that companies like Sweet Baby Inc. somehow force game studios to include diverse characters and storylines, the reality is vastly different. Sweet Baby Inc. is a narrative design company, meaning most of its workers focused on writing stories and dialogue. They are not a DEI consultancy firm. Yeah, okay, get mad at them for this, actually. Are they the reason why we get that hot dog Marvel Cinematic Universe? That's a lightsaber, dude. Dialogue. That's what you should be mad at. Not like they put a secret black person here in the movie or show or video game. I hate that. That means they ensure a game's plot points make logical sense and are satisfying the players, and characters speak and behave in consistent ways. Narrative designers may also provide a final round of polish like a Hollywood script doctor. For example, the team worked on Suicide Squad long after the story was written, and even then they joined just to write in game ads, audio logs, and NPC barks. CEO Kim Belair tells me over video call. She continues, Sweet Baby at its core is a narrative development company. That means anything from script writing to narrative design to narrative direction to story reviews. One of the things we do is offer cultural consultations or authenticity consultations. Which games have they worked on? I'm going to now make an assessment on whether they are good or bad by looking at some of the work that they've done in some of the video games that they have worked on. Let's take a look. Okay, this website looks fake as hell. What the hell? Narrative development, services, writing, narrative, representation development, outreach, resources, projects, Alan Wake 2, banger, Sable, Battle Shapers. I don't know enough. Okay, wait, what? These are good games. Wait, so what are they mad at? How was Rockstar able to get away with their progressive messaging in Red Dead Redemption 2 without these anti-woke nerds freaking out? Because here's the thing. Anti-woke guys are really stupid. Most people are stupid, but like anti-woke guys are especially stupid, right? So they don't really pay attention to a lot unless someone goes and jiggles some keys in front of their eyes. That's why they get like laser focused and honed in on like one company that they perceive as like doing all this like crazy stuff and not others that they enjoyed without realizing it. Alan Wake 2 has a black woman as a protagonist and they blame this company for it. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If the game is good, then the game is good. Same with Ragnarok. Same with God of War Ragnarok. Same with Alan Wake 2. These are good games. You're upset at a good game because there's a black person in it? You're just a racist person then. What the are you talking about? When did this happen? Like, if you're gonna pick games to get mad at and say and make an argument, make a solid argument as to why this game sucks because of like woke culture, don't choose actual AAA titles and that are bangers. These are games that at least still carry the torch of the old guard. God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2 is like consistent. Suicide Squad is a decent one that you can shit on, right? That one, it makes sense when you're like, oh, Suicide Squad sucked because woke. It's not. That's not the correct take, obviously, right? The correct take is it sucked because it was a live service game made by a company that was juggling IP again and wanted to soft serve that sloppy steak to a bunch of dumb gamers who are going to eat it anyway. However, you can make a better argument there. But if you fucking shit on games that are like objectively successful, popular, beloved, you're just the sweatiest, neck-bearded, most Reddit loser I've ever heard of. The real boogeyman of online gaming. Modern gaming 2024 has enough problems already. Throwing Sweet Baby Inc. into the mix does nothing but makes things worse. This might be one of the biggest reasons modern gaming writing, dialogue, UI, and UX are all bad. Yeah, dude, that's right. Sweet Baby Inc. is the reason why modern gaming UI user interface is bad. You're so right.
Gaming has finally been exposed. And unlike the fictional mythical...
That's really funny that he's posting Helldivers in here, which is insanely woke. Like, insanely woke in its politics, okay? Never will you ever be able to describe that to a person, though. Like this especially. There's no way. They will never get it. Because they're like, I enjoyed it, so it must not be woke.
...creature adults use to scare kids, Sweet Baby Inc. is real and is actively contributing to the downfall of modern gaming. Several claims have been made over the last few months regarding the consulting firm, Sweet Baby Inc., and how they've been affecting the gaming industry through its heavy involvement in Western game studios development. On paper, Sweet Baby Inc.'s mission is to bring inclusivity and diversity into the games that they work.
None of the words right-wingers use in the fake culture war even have meaning anymore. Yeah, it's just, dude, this is a great take. Look, Amy Ham, wokeness is no match for Sydney Sweeney's undeniable beauty. Because we have gotten progressively dumber and dumber as a society, woke doesn't even mean anything. It just means like, I like Sydney Sweeney's tits, which means that's not woke. That's it. That's literally what this article is. And that's a actual publication that wrote the article. That's insane. You're an adult. You should maybe have those opinions in your mind. That's fine, but don't reveal them. Brie Larson stopped being woke after showing her massive tits unironically. Wait, what? None of those words are in the Bible. I do not know what you are talking about. This is not a thing, okay? Woke women have big breasts too. What the This has nothing to do with politics. I'm losing my mind. It's like so weird. I mean, we saw this. We saw the negative polarization that Republicans brought upon themselves with the Super Bowl, where they were mad that a white hunky football guy from the Midwest was dating a white Christian musician. And they were like, that sucks because they're doing gay autism vaccine promotions and they want Joe Brandon to win. I hate this now. It's like, what? They're woke? What's woke? What's not woke? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm a very simple guy. I like boobs. I like movies. I like video games. I want those things to keep existing and be fun. Right now, we are actually, no disrespect to anything else, with the Brandon regime, we have gotten a ton of good movies and a ton of good video games and more to come. Shut the up, gamers. Stop crying. You do not enjoy games. If you are crying about Alan Wake, for example, you just don't like games. That's it. You don't like games and you're trying to cope with that reality. And probably the reason why you don't like games is because either you've been playing World of Warcraft so long that like nothing comes near the joy that you arrive at from playing World of Warcraft, or because you're 40 years old and at a certain point you're not going to enjoy them. I am getting there myself. I'm 32 years old. I'm getting older. I still enjoy games. Okay? Please stop complaining about what you think the boogeymen that are in the corners secretly waiting. I like gaming. I like games. I like story-driven games. I like narrative games. Okay? These are things I enjoy. The idea that you stop liking games because you get older is bullshit law. I think so as well. But still, maybe these guys did. I don't know.
Work on by handling things like how video game characters are written and overseeing in-game dialogue, how to properly convey a particular culture, and making sure that unintended racism doesn't accidentally happen in the portrayal. And again, on paper, that doesn't sound too bad, right? But if there's one thing we've learned about companies that are constructed for the purpose of ticking off diversity checkboxes, it's that oftentimes they end up having a net negative effect on everything they touch, even going so far as being blatantly racist and or sexist.
It's pretty funny. I'm sorry. It's pretty funny to put Helldivers as your background, which I assume he enjoys because it's a great game, by the way. He's literally showing Helldivers as a beacon of like not woke, which misses everything. Helldivers is infinitely more political. Helldivers as a video game, like its narrative, its story, its concept, it is anti-fascist. It is the most political video game you can play in comparison to a game like Alan Woke, okay? That is the funniest thing you can get mad at while simultaneously missing the mark. It's just like you are demonstrating that you have no media literacy. You have no capacity to value or understand art, which I think video games are, by the way.
Sexist themselves. But if the correct checkboxes are ticked, this qualifies companies like Sweet Baby Inc. to receive ESG investment, or environmental, social, and governance funding. In the case of Sweet Baby Inc., companies like BlackRock are its biggest investor. So how does this investment actually work? Well, companies like BlackRock, who is the world's largest asset manager with $10 trillion in assets, allegedly have a scorecard.
How do you arrive at anti-capitalist critique and then miss the mark entirely? This is now what the right wing is. They also recognize corporations suck dick. They recognize capitalism sucks ass. And then they literally get so close to the finish line, and only at the finish line do they turn around and go, it's actually sucking dick because of gay people and black people. How did this happen? I'm losing my mind, dude. Yeah, dog. People at BlackRock are getting together and being like, yeah, we got to make these games gay as dog. That's what they're doing. They're sitting in a room, in a cigar-filled room going, profit margins? No, thank you. What I want to do is make these games woke. Like, think about it. A 57-year-old, an analyst that has spent every single waking moment in 80-hour work weeks for the past 40 years staring at a goddamn terminal, is sitting there now finally at the tippy top of that Mount Everest of capital, smoking a cigar, going, that's right, make it gayer. Do you think that's what's going on? You are hallucinating if you think that that's what's going on. This is marketing. It's just marketing. You're getting caught up in marketing. Oftentimes, this is marginal too. It's not even like serious amounts of investment at all. It's so funny. Guys, they do this because you might not enjoy it. You might not like it, but they do this because there are black people, gay people, women in general that purchase video games and play them. That's it. That's why this kind of marketing exists. That's number one. And number two, it's not a bad thing. Who gives a Why are you losing your mind over it? Are you that big a simpleton that you see like a woman that you can't jerk off to in a video game and you go, that's it, it's over, it's so broken?
Card that factors in many different areas of diversity: LGBTQ allyship, BIPOC representation, and so on. And depending on the score a particular company receives, they will be eligible to receive investment from BlackRock. Publishers have been turning to companies like Sweet Baby Inc. or others in order to increase their ESG scores and secure extra funding. And I think the most important takeaway with that is to realize that video game companies aren't trying to be diverse because they want to.
Wait, did I misunderstand what he's saying? Hold on.
Publishers have been turning to companies like Sweet Baby Inc. or others in order to increase their ESG scores and secure extra funding.
These guys greatly overemphasize ESG scores and how important they are. They literally, I think they think this is like what moves the needle in any of these places. No, dog. People want money, okay? People want to make money. They don't care about the actual content. That's why so many indie devs or smaller shops make bangers, okay? That's also simultaneously why the industry, the gaming industry, is growing massively, rapidly, while simultaneously shrinking in the diversity of the many companies and developers that exist. They all get bought out by the same corporations and then, of course, picked apart for scraps. Have you thought about how hard it is for these gamers, though? They've never seen a black person before or a gay person, and seeing them even in pixels deals damage to them. Please understand. Yeah, it's all greenwashing nonsense, by the way. It's gay washing, it's greenwashing, it's rainbow washing, or pink washing, I think is the term. And it's the same principle. It's like British Petroleum coming out and being like, our green energy renewable initiatives are going crazy this year. It's like, bro, you literally profit off of sucking the earth dry of fossil fuels. What the do you mean green energy initiatives? And these basement dwellers literally look at that and go, see, they're doing green woke China virus, but this time for gay stuff. I don't know how I can slap some sense into these gamers, dude. I want to. You're so close to the point and yet so far away at the same exact time. How is this possible? You literally are calling out hedge funds. You're calling out VCs. You're calling out mergers. You're calling out all of that in principle while not calling it out because you think the worst thing that happens in these moves that are specifically made for increasing shareholder interest and not for a homosexual agenda. You're looking at all of that and still going, the worst aspect of this is black people are in video games more prominently, and I hate that. I feel sad. I feel sad that they're so close to the truth, yet so far away at the same time.
And I think the most important takeaway with that is to realize that video game companies aren't trying to be diverse because they want to, they're doing it for monetary gain. If you pay any attention to online gaming discourse, for years now, you've probably heard or noticed.
No, he's not even wrong on this point. He's not. He's right on this point because there are, like, Spider-Man is a great example, okay? Spider-Man, banger. He's right, but not in the way that he thinks he's right. They're doing it not so they can get ESG investments, dumbass. They're doing it because black people are playing video games and a little bit of diversity goes a long way. People want to see themselves or cooler versions of themselves in video games. That's it. That's it.
Yourself that video games have gone woke. I think most understand what is meant by that statement, but I think that the term woke has been a bit overused and lost a little bit of its meaning in the last couple years.
Okay, cool.
Having a female protagonist doesn't make a game woke. We've had female protagonists for decades. Having a gay character doesn't make a game woke.
Okay.
We've also had them for decades. And having a person of color as a protagonist or character also doesn't make a game woke.
Okay,
Again,
fair.
We've had them for decades. This sort of proves that companies like Sweet Baby Inc. don't really have a reason to exist from a practicality standpoint. Gaming has always had natural diversity ever since its inception. The problem really comes down to companies like Sweet Baby Inc. replacing natural diversity with forced diversity.
Wait, dude, what are you saying? He's literally saying natural diversity when I like the game, forced diversity when I don't like it. And he's pointing to a fictional character that is black that has to be white in his mind. If it takes you out of the Nordic mythology to see a singular black person, if that like ruins your day, you really got to go back to the drawing board. You really have to desperately take a shower, and then two, take a cold hard look at yourself. You know what also doesn't exist? Ice giants, decapitated heads that talk in a Scottish accent. These are things that also don't exist, and yet they're in the game. and you like it. You like playing it. You don't like this because you're like, oh, it takes me out of the immersion. It's like, really? The Ice Giants didn't do it for you? It's this that took you out?
And deliberately radical socio-political themes. There is a very real difference between how diversity has historically been treated in gaming and how it's now being treated in recent years. Hence, all of the woke debates online. Taking a look.
The woke debates online only extend to video games that someone told you is bad, that you probably didn't even play. I don't really understand this. What?
Look at Sweet Baby Inc.'s client list, it's easy to see what woke versus naturally diverse looks like.
Dog, what do you mean? It's literally every gaming studio. There ain't no way this guy's like, I hate all of these gaming studios.
Xbox Game Studios, Ubisoft, EA, Rocksteady, Santa Monica Studio, 2K, Square Enix, the list goes on.
2K, so woke. I hate the forced diversity in 2K games. I'm playing 2K. Where are all the white NBA players, man? What's going on, dude? That sucks. I hate it.
On and on. If you've played the games they've been hired on for consulting from these studios, then you've likely noticed the many aspects where Sweet Baby Inc. has displayed their influence.
Yeah, skipping Valve.
When companies like this are hired on by these publishers, they give them a lot of creative control over every aspect of the game. According to their own website, Sweet Baby Inc. works on the writing for cinematics, dialogue.
I like that a developer openly stating that no, they made the decision personally to have a black woman as like the leading role in Alan Wake 2 is not enough for these guys. They literally still think like, no, it's still a part of the conspiracy. Tummer says, in all my years in this industry, that the one thing I've learned with certainty is that the vast majority of gamers have no idea what they're talking about when they talk about the development of games, but talk about it with the confidence that I don't see coming from the people making the games is truly wild. Yeah, exactly. And guess what? They're literally doing that, where they go off on the developers themselves. The developers are forced to like answer and be like, dude, you're insane. This is not correct. Like, you just made this up. And they go, nope, still the conspiracy. Just enjoy things, dude. I'm sorry. I'm literally turning into one of these like apolitical centrist people, like in real time. Just enjoy. Just like stop looking for politics and everything. I yell at my community all the time as well. When people come in here and they're like, Dune, white savior much? I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. It's good. Okay. It doesn't matter. And you're wrong anyway, but it doesn't matter. Even if you were right, I don't care. Okay. Just be normal. Just enjoy things. What the
UI and UX, barks, meaning the dialogue characters might say while you're walking down a street, and copywriting. I think I speak for many of us when I say that video games writing, dialogue, and both UI and UX design have been declining dramatically over the years, and we might have companies like this to thank for that. They also have large control within the overall narrative of games, including story pitches, world building, character creation.
Yeah, so why does he not have does he have the same smoke for Baldur's Gate? Does he not like Baldur's Gate either? Is that what he's saying? That's a video game with like great dialogue. Is that even true? I don't think so. I don't think it's true at all. The reason why there's a lot of animosity towards games in general from a lot of quote unquote fake gamers is because there are a lot of AAA titles out there, quadruple A titles, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And they are juggling IP, recycling IP, and just like serving you the same sloppy steak every season because it's cheap. It has a built-in audience. And these massive companies want to make more money. That's why they do these microtransactions. That's why they do live service games. But this company has worked with this company's basically worked with, it seems, every major company, and there's a lot of bangers in that list that he conveniently ignored. Yeah, why do they not call Baldur's Gate 3 woke and unplayable? Because it's a good game. That's it. It's compelling. It's good. It's gay as hell. It's trans as hell. Why are there no gender ambiguity takes about Baldur's Gate? Why don't they have that take for Cyberpunk? These are great games. It's all a matter, everything online, whether it be Reactgate, whether it be video games are woke or anti-woke, it's all about whether you personally like it or not. If I like it, it's not fucking woke. If I don't like it, it's woke, and that's why it was ruined. That's it.
So I want to revisit what I said a bit earlier in the video. Why are video game studios and publishers hiring companies like Sweet Baby Inc.? I said they're doing it for monetary investments from companies like BlackRock. And thankfully, because so much of this is public, we can look a bit further into how that works right now. Vanguard also has a large focus on ESG investments. So if you remember that idea of the ESG scorecard I talked about earlier, this is where that comes in a bit more. So in order to seek investment from these two, gaming companies have been publishing what's known as an ESG report. Activision Blizzard, Ubisoft, and EA all post this annually. In the reports, they focus on discussing how they want to have more representation of everything you can imagine. The hopes is that BlackRock and Vanguard will take notice and reach out to them and offer them large sums of money to invest into them. For example, if we take a look at EA, we see that the two largest shareholders of the company are both BlackRock and Vanguard. Take-Two Interactive, again, largest shareholders, BlackRock and Vanguard. Microsoft and Warner Brothers, same exact story. All four of these companies are all clients of Sweet Baby Inc. I think you get the point. These companies all take heavy investment from trillion-dollar companies that emphasize ESG scores, so they will continue to prioritize ESG in their games so long as BlackRock and Vanguard keep bankrolling them. This again isn't being done because BlackRock, Vanguard, or any of these video game publishers are trying to be morally or ethically right. No. Like all things in the business world, this is about money and control. Nothing more. Looking good on paper and actually being good are two very, very different things. A lot of this Sweet Baby Inc., BlackRock, and Vanguard stuff has been going on behind the scenes for a while now, and while it's been public information, it hasn't been discussed more seriously until these last few months, maybe 6 months or so. And even then, it hasn't been super mainstream yet. Until the most recent Sweet Baby Inc. incident.
Yeah. Vanguard and BlackRock are invested in literally every company in the market, and they want those companies to avoid HR lawsuits with the ESG score. That's it. But they think that like Vanguard and BlackRock are buying companies to like make them woke or something. It's so dumb. They own every company, dude. They invest in every company. They don't own it directly, but maybe in a couple years, they'll basically start saying like no ethical consumption under capitalism, but this time for like wokeness, okay? It's just like every company is owned by the same companies and therefore you can't avoid it. So there's going to be some woke stuff in it. Sorry, guys. They'll arrive at that conclusion.
With the recent controversy surrounding Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League, more people have been taking notice of Sweet Baby Inc. and the detrimental effect they've been having on the games industry. Because yes, they had a hand in creating this monstrosity, which is why so many have noticed a complete tonal shift from the Batman Arkham games. Spider-Man 2 had a similar thing happen compared to Spider-Man 2018, with the most recent sequel having shoehorned in diversity at every turn, from Mary Sue moments to side quests filled with—
Wait, didn't the last Spider-Man absolutely cumster though? Like, didn't they make a ton of ton of revenue? What the I don't even understand. Bro, also forced diversity. Dog, the main character is literally black. He's like, half the game is in Harlem. What the do you mean forced diversity? This man's like, why did they gentrify Harlem more? Do you want like forced white diversity? Do you want Miles Morales to be white? Is that what's going on? Very confusing stuff here.
Socio-political agendas. Starfield. Need we even discuss the effect they had on this game's narrative and character design? The Saints Row reboot. Forspoken. Sweet Baby Inc. has certainly left their mark on the industry and leaves behind them a wake of disastrous and disappointing games. So these constant disappointments with games has led to more people learning about Sweet Baby.
There's no better representation of the fact that these guys are reacting to shapes and colors in the most like primitive, in the most primal lizard brain nonsense than the fact that everybody made fun of the gender ambiguity guy, but like this is hailed as like really good investigative reporting. It's because he's not fucking yelling, but the energy is the exact same. The opinions are the exact same. It's just we can't see how ugly he is and how much he's hyperventilating.
Which then finally brings us to the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected group being created on Steam, which is essentially just a group that lists any and all games that have been involved with Sweet Baby Inc. It started off as a relatively small—
which is all games, pretty much, it seems—
group, but has now exploded into over 100,000 followers, all thanks to Sweet Baby.
Because gamers are f***ing losers, dog. That's it. There's a lot of losers in this beautiful space that we're all in, that we occupy, okay? That's it. That's the real reason.
Baby Inc. themselves. When people started sharing this group around online for those who might want to join, the people at Sweet Baby Inc. thought that the group's existence is harmful and are actively trying to get it removed, and even trying to strong-arm Steam into banning the user that created the group. A narrative designer at Sweet Baby Inc. made a few posts on Twitter targeting the group and its creator with hopes of him losing access to his account, which would also include his game library. Trying to make your followers
Yeah, they should, bro, they should keep that energy for BlackRock, honestly. That, like, yeah, get mad at BlackRock. Take down the financial system, okay? Take down finance capitalism. I'm with you, brother. Take it one step further. F this baby, sweet baby ink, okay? Go after BlackRock and Vanguard, you know?
Mass harass and report someone is against Twitter's TOS and YouTube's, which is why I'm reminding you right now, do not go and harass anyone at Sweet Baby Inc., because then you'd be stooping to their level, and you should have more self-respect than that.
Yeah, gamers famously don't do that. Brother, the entire 100-person back thing is literally about what this person did. Like, you're talking about this guy saying that they're being bad for doing this, while simultaneously, that is what this Steam community is doing. So what do you mean? You've already stooped to their level. You're at their level. This person thought that they could fight fire with fire. Like, you can't say, I'm calling out this behavior while simultaneously making an entire video about it.
Losing access to his account, which would also include his game library. Trying to make your followers mass harass and report someone is against Twitter.
Yeah, dude, it's a vector of harassment. That's what these groups are made for. What the fuck is Kiwi Farms if not to try to get trans people to kill themselves and to just like harass, dox, swat a bunch of people around the planet that you have decided are like villains because they're streamers or because you just can't stop watching them, myself included. You just can't stop watching these people and it just makes you so mad. You're like, oh, just stop watching.
Zoe Quinn have also been the topic of some more drama. Zoe Quinn, if you don't know, was a frenzied Gamergate feminist that made false accusations about a game developer that led to him ending himself over the false accusations. Meanwhile, Zoe profited off donations and pretended to be the victim. Well, in 2014...
I have no idea what this is about. What is happening? Is this is like, it's been 10 years, get over Zoe Quinn. It's been 10 years. I have no idea what the Zoe Quinn shit is. Even I don't know that. And oh my God, it's OG Gamergate shit. Oh my Lord. Oh, holy moly. Oh my God, dude.
Zoe Quinn and this Sweet Baby Inc. employee, Lego Butts, DDoSed a website called the Fine Young Capitalists. But why? Well, the Fine Young Capitalists were running a game jam with the goals of encouraging women to join the gaming industry, producing a game, and donating it to charity. They had taken ideas from women about games they'd like to make, produced 5 pitches, and also produced concept art. The woman who had their idea selected would be given the role of producer and receive 8% of the proceeds. The Fine Young Capitalists' own production staff will then produce the game over 6 months with the female winner as the producer. And then, most of that money made on the game would go to charity. But on February 28th, 2014, the Fine Young Capitalists were then doxxed.
I don't care about any of this, okay? If you're relitigating Gamergate 10 years after the fact, please reconsider everything that has happened that led you to do that. This is the type of shit that people act like they don't know about in an effort to save face because maybe they were really invested in it and now they look back at that time and go, oh my God, how brain broken was I? You should not make that the forefront, the centerpiece of your commentary. It's crazy. Unimaginably embarrassing to relitigate this shit.